Player's forces are under attack.
First blood. First blood. First blood. First blood.
The game has just been hosted. The game is starting.
Game started.
The night beckons. You thought of that? I hunger.
Welcome to our village.
Forward. What mortal? I must hunt soon. What mortal? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. What mortal? Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? Greetings. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? What is it now? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Death rages. Your soul is mine. What mortal? That was my plan. I hunger. Very well.
Hello.
Death rages. is mine. That was my plan. I hunger. Agreed. Death rages. That was my plan. Die. Death rages. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. What, mortal? You thought of that? Death rages. Agreed. You thought of that? Die. Very well. That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Death rages. I hunger. You thought of that? That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Greetings. I hunger. You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. Die. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. Your soul is mine. Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Death rages. I hunger. Very well. Agreed. Death rages. I hunger. Die. You thought of that? That was my plan. Death rages. What is it now? Die. I must hunt soon. Agreed. I hunger. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? What, mortal? Agreed. Die. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. Death rages. You thought of that? Very well. Die. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Death rages. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. I hunger. You thought of that? Agreed. Die. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. What? Must hunt. What is it now? Agreed. I hunger. That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? What, mortal? That was my plan. Agreed. Must hunt soon. Death rages. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. I hunger. What is it now? Your soul is mine. First blood. That was my plan. Agreed.
The game has just been hosted. The game is starting.
Game started.
The night beckons. That was my plan. What, mortal?
Hello.
Yes, my lord. What, mortal? Greetings. I must hunt soon. What is it now? You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. I must hunt soon. What is it now? I must hunt soon. Very well. Death rages. Die. I hunger. That was my plan. You thought of that? What mortal? Death rages. Die. I hunger. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? What mortal? Death rages. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Your soul is mine. Very well. Die. First blood.
The game has just been hosted. The game is starting.
Game started.
The night beckons. What is it now? Agreed. What mortal?
Greetings, my lord.
That was my plan. You thought of that? What mortal? What is it now? That was my plan. must hunt soon. Agreed. That was my plan. What, mortal? Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Agreed. I hunger. Die. I hunger. What is it now? Death rages. Agreed. That was my plan. Greetings. That was my plan. Your soul is mine. You thought of that? Agreed. Die. Very well. I hunger. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. Die. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan. Outrageous. I hunger. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. What is it? Greetings. Very well. You thought of that? Die. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. Your soul is mine. What? That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. Greetings. I hunger. Very well. That was my plan. What is it now? You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Death rages. That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. Very well. What is it now? That was my plan. Die. Very well. I hunger. You thought of that? Die. Agreed. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? I hunger. That was my plan. You thought of that? Very well.
Welcome to
What is it now? Agreed. Death rages. That was my plan. Thought of that?
First blood.
Die. That was my plan. Thought of that? Death rages.
It's
E4.
temporizing for
Okay, and
just a
now
moment.
he's getting ready to put the rook in
In
front
front
of
of
its
the
own
pawn.
pawn. And Magnus now down to 10
Rook
seconds.
check? No,
Rook.
he didn't play rook check. He just...
Okay, the king must protect on e7, so
He's
it
done
steps
it.
forward. Now the
A-pawn.
the a pawn starts advancing.
Kind of strange that Magnus has not
Oh, but
included the
what do you
move
think
e6.
about this move, e3? I thought it wasn't the best.
I don't like it. You've kind of exposed your king. Your king has to
Exactly.
go into shelter mode now.
And the king is marching up to assist. Oh,
Rook takes h6 would have been met by a2, followed by rook h1. At the very last moment, Vincent realized the
okay.
danger.
But take a look at this. Magnus's king is racing to assist the a pawn. So Vincent now has to go to capture the pawns, and Wei Yi has beaten Anish. So Magnus,
Ooh.
he needs to win if he wants to hold the pace.
Check. You gotta take.
You gotta take.
Now is Vincent in time? That's what it's all about. You gotta take.
Magnus,
No.
9 seconds.
Magnus is bringing his king back, and
Okay.
so
but
king g3. Whoa, g6. That
G7,
might have
okay,
been.
He brings his king in.
I think that g6 might have been rook takes f3.
Yep.
Now
and
that's
that's
lost.
it.
Yeah, now
Now
it's
the
lost.
black king can just simply approach. He gives
Exactly.
a check, and now,
Yeah, it's over.
okay. Oh,
Whoa,
well, hang on,
whoa,
Yasser.
whoa.
We spoke too
so
soon.
No, it's
He-
winning. Check, and then just king e7. King e7 should do it.
king f6,
Okay, king g6.
king g6, yes. And now you can, once the king moves over to the h line, you give a check. And
Yeah.
then you go rook h7.
Right.
And that's it, handshake.
Bravo.
And Magnus Carlsen wins. Ooh,
By the way, to
Yasser.
keep pace
To keep
with Wei
pace with Wei Yi,
Yi,
yeah.
we still tied for first. All games are finished.
The game has just been hosted.
And I must say Black does have some compensation for the exchange. Materially, it's even, knight and 2 pawns for the rook. But it's because White is quite active with this rook, and these 2 pawns are separated, easily targeted, why Wei Yi managed to convert this game. Of course, Anish could have played a little bit better, like knight c3 here was good. Give up that pawn, but keep this central pawn on the board. Instead, he played knight d6, which was a bad move, and then after a couple of very strong moves with White, Wei Yi was completely winning. They got to this end game. I'll show you. It was rook versus knight, 3 against 3, and this is not a fortress, so Wei Yi won very convincingly. Huge win for him. I have another game for you. I believe Duda just won 2nd game in a row.